Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Criterium recap. This is gonna be my last one. Last one for the season. I might do cyclocross. We'll see if you guys can talk me into that. But yeah, let's talk about this. This is the Suisun Harbor Criterium. It happened in August, and yeah, it's a fun one. It's a short little course. The laps come at you really quick, and I want to talk about how that affects the race. So let's jump into it. All right, so not a massive field, you can probably tell already. And the course is always, it's funny here in Sassoon. It always seems like there's something changing when we come back here. And it hadn't been too long since we raced this race because of the funky COVID season. But so this year the change was there was a bunch of metal plates in the road and new tar that they put down. I guess they had been digging trenches. Here on the left, there's kind of these little pinch points that are always tricky to navigate. Some people will kind of push you into those if they're unaware, or maybe they're aware and they're just trying to, I don't know, race gritty. But you can tell that the laps come at you pretty quick. It was, I think, under a minute per lap. So when I see that, even though this crit, in the map on the upper right hand corner, it looks like a very straightforward four corner crit, but in the laps being so short, it makes it more technical than it seems. So, and what I mean by that is it just reduces the amount of time that you're able to put power down. You can tell that we're turning quite a bit of the lap. So when you're turning, you obviously can't put full power down, and that can go both ways with either favoring a brake or not favoring a brake. If you're able to get separation, it's, I think, easier to hold it because the field is kind of forced into these turns where there's a speed limit and they can't, rotate and put power down as easily as just a long straight drag. But also it's difficult to get away. And I think this year it seemed harder to form a breakaway. I guess why that is the case is a question maybe that we can discuss, but yeah, I don't know. It's maybe the fitness level is higher because of COVID. I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. It seems like the fitness level has gone up a little bit. I think more people are willing to sprint. I think sprinting used to maybe not be as sought after of a role, because I think we associate bunch sprints with being dangerous. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think. If has your racing scene gotten faster in your opinion because of COVID and work from home and Zwift? There's tons of reasons why people are maybe faster these days. But yeah, if you want to jump into the comments, I'd be interested to discuss that with y'all. Here we are riding over those plates that I was talking about. It wasn't too bad, but kind of I'm cursed with my cameras, so they were bumpy enough to jar the rear camera loose, and eventually it started pointing up into the air and at my butt. So we're gonna lose the rear camera here. I know it seems like I finish every one of these videos with only one camera. But yeah, this course it's more technical than it seems like. So I think it favors someone that's punchy, someone that can put out the power in the straightaways and then recover in the turns, because the turns are coming at you so quickly. You're spending a longer time coasting on this course than maybe some of the other. But yeah, it's fun. I basically was just a protected sprinter again, like I've been doing most of the year. So I raced this in such a boring manner. So I think we're gonna jump ahead here. We basically just go around. There's some attacks, but maybe not as furious as some of the other crits because the field's a bit smaller, and it also was pretty hot. Not a lot of wind, so just not a lot of factors that help a breakaway out. So yeah, let's jump forward. All right, real quick, I just want to talk about pack dynamics. And I think people think of the P12 as racing really, really close together. And when I say close together, I actually mean spatially. But you can see right here, I'm kind of letting a little gap open up. I might actually be taking a drink just like my teammate Travis is doing right there. And the reason I know I can do that is that's a really fast part of the course, and the faster you're going, the draft bubble, so to speak, goes further. So what that means is you can back off a little bit from the rider in front of you, relax, and still not have a huge penalty, losing a bunch of drafts. So yeah, if that's helpful for you, just think about draft is more the draft is longer the faster you're going. I don't know how, a better way of saying that, but yeah, and I guess people, the term for that is tailgetting. So yeah, don't be afraid to leave a little bit of extra gap, and I'm doing it kind of again here. It's almost like sag climbing, but in a flat. So the squad did pretty well attack counter attacking. We right now we have a rider off the front, and we're kind of trying to slow things down, block the road up, and Ryan from Mike's Bikes comes ripping underneath me, and I think we banged bars. But yeah, I guess that's no harm, no foul, and you sort of have to be ready for that when you're trying to slow the pack down. And yeah, maybe a little foreshadowing of what's gonna come in the final sprint. So why don't we jump ahead to that? All right, let's check this out. So when we go through the start finish, it's gonna be 3 to go, and the laps are so fast that I might as well just let it play. And so I found myself on the wheel of this rider in front of me. This is Sam from Project 74. He is a really good sprinter. You can probably tell from his stars on his shorts. Yeah, he's a former national champion. I think he's actually current, or maybe not. So he's a good sprinter, good wheel to be on. I'm gonna try to stick there, and the group is just coming back together, and I know a counter is gonna go in there right on cue. Tim from Mike's Bikes sends it, and this is dangerous. Tim, is a tank, and he can hold something like this to the finish easy. I know that I have some teammates that I can lean on, and I have the other Project 74 rider that was in this race, Miles, who is another very, very strong person. And I motioned him through because he was on my wheel, and I thought he was just gonna pull, but he kind of does this little attack right here, and maybe I moved up a little too far with this. So he's gonna do his best to pull this back, and I while I'm getting a good draft here, I would have much rather been maybe a wheel or two behind. So yeah, we're coming in on 2 to go now, and Tim is still up there, and Miles just does this insane hero pull. He is so strong. He's even gapping me off the wheel a little bit. I know I'm trying to maybe get someone to pull through, or to take this little bit of space in front of me, because yeah, I am feeling it, and I remember not feeling amazing this day. It was pretty warm, and yeah, I don't know, some days you just don't have it completely. So he's pulling Tim back, and yeah, my idea is just to hopefully have someone come through on the last lap, and then start sprinting about here, because it is such a short drag to the finish line. So let's see how we do. So Miles is still on the front, and there goes my teammate Matt. This is an amazing move into bell lap, super dangerous, and somehow Miles still has energy to chase this. This is insane. And I probably wasn't covering or I didn't take the greatest line through there. Me and Ryan, we bumped into each other. You can't really tell from the footage. So he picks my pocket for this spot in front of me, and I actually kind of like this. I'm happy. But Taylor from Performance Bike, he does this great move, and I kind of expected Ryan respond to it a little bit more quickly as we catch my teammate Matt, and now it's just a sprint. Let's watch this. So I dodged the plates, and I'm trying to put out as many watts as I can, but it's bumpy, and I get pipped on the line for fourth, I think. And oh man, it was close. But let's go ahead and watch that back in slow motion, because it's pretty insane watching Ryan's back wheel in the sprint. All right, we got this slowed down 50%, and I missed that first plate. Ryan hit it. He hits that second plate, and that causes his back wheel to jump. And then this one is the kind of scary one. Ooh. And then he has one last one. And yeah, when you're sprinting, you're so far forward on your bike that your back wheel can do some funky things. So I know I've had that happen in sprints, and yeah, it's not the best. But yeah, super congrats to Taylor for that last lap move. That was super classy. I know he was racing super well here, going into the tail end of the season. And yeah, I just want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. This is my last Criterium recap, but we're gonna have some off season content coming at you. And yeah, see you real soon.